Namaste. Today we're going to be working with some movements and breath work to help with headaches and migraines. So starting off with our legs out wide and just push in behind you so you can lift and tilt the sit bones forward, move the padding away. And we're just going to come forward and back over each leg. And the other side, just warming up. And come back to the first leg. This time, lift up and lower down. We're creating a squeeze between our belly and our thigh. So we're squeezing over our reproductive glands here. And these glands recreate the cells within the body. So they renew, replace, and speed up our body's healing ability. So just allow the head and neck to drop here. And then walk the hands back. Come back to the other side. And coming forward, lifting up the chin, toes pointing to the ceiling. And folding. And keep your head up, or you can drop it down depending on how it's feeling today. If there is a headache present, probably just keep the head up. The practice of yoga is designed to balance all of the body's systems. When we have balance, everything works the way that it should. And then coming back, give the legs a little massage as you bring them in. Soles of the feet together. And just have a little feathering movement here, just up and down with the knees. And just close your eyes a moment, tune into your own rhythm. The symmetry of these movements bring together our left and right brain hemispheres and our scattered wits. And gently open the eyes. Just bring yourself into a comfortable seated position. Just give your neck a little roll from side to side, just gently. And we're going to do a technique called the sweeping breath, which is also known as the migraine prevention breath. So we have 2 points in our head. We have the base of our skull, and then we have the point between our brows. So we're going to inhale, imagining the breath holding here, and then we're going to sweep the breath forward, back, but we're holding the breath while we do this. So it's quite fast, and we're going to do it 12 times. So after a few rounds, you'll start to get the hang of it. But the idea is we have the corpus callosum, which is in the center of the brain hemisphere. So we have this clear panel, and this clogs, when this is clogged, this is when we can get headaches, migraine, and it sort of is an energetic clogging between our two fields of thinking. So it's a good one to do anyway, just to get a bit of clarity of thought and bring yourself back into the center. So close your eyes, straight spine. Breathe in through the nose and hold the breath at the base of the skull. And imagine now you're sweeping it forward and back, forward and back, forward and back, forward and back, 9, 10, 11, 12. Exhale the breath. And imagine that clear way between the two hemispheres, clean and clear. And let's do this again, breathing into the base of the skull. Hold the breath and sweep the energy forward and back, forward and back, forward and back, forward and back. 9, 10, 11, 12. Exhale. Inhale. Hold, forward and back, forward and back, forward and back, forward and back. 9, 10, 11, 12. Exhale. And just breathe normally a few moments. And it can also be good to imagine the two hemispheres of the brain lighting up, sparkling almost. And however you will want to imagine that corpus callosum being cleaned, sometimes you can imagine a little broom sweeping it. Whatever works for you. We're going to do 3 more times. Inhale. Hold. Forward and back, forward and back, forward and back, forward and back. 9, 10, 11, 12. Exhale. Inhale. Forward and back, forward and back, forward and back, forward and back. 9, 10, 11, 12. Exhale. Inhale. Forward and back, forward and back, forward and back, forward and back. 9, 10, 11, 12. Exhale. Just breathe normally now. Keep your eyes closed. And see that pathway as clean and clear. Just spend a few moments just sitting in the quiet. So ideally, if you are a migraine sufferer, you can do this every hour for 5 minutes. And then increase the time to 7 minutes, 8 minutes, right up to 15 minutes. And I know that's a long time out of your day, but people have cured migraines completely from doing this. But even if you can just fit it in a little bit once in a while, it can help. So let's just do a few more little movements here. So coming up onto our knees, just onto hands and knees, into a cat posture, and just working on the spine. So dropping the belly, lifting the chest, lifting the tail, and then exhale, hunching. Look between the legs. Inhale to lift, exhale to hunch. And just work with your own breath. And our spine is our central nervous system, and the pathway between body and brain. So when we keep it flexible, everything flows. So just sit back now onto the knees. So we're going to open up the shoulders now, clasping the hands behind the back, squeezing the shoulders together. Now, if you don't have a headache today, you should be okay with this. Otherwise, you might choose to modify. So we're going to come forward and roll up onto the crown of the head, hunching the spine and lifting the arms up over the head. So we are putting some pressure on the head now, encouraging the blood flow into the brain, pressing on the pineal gland. And then we're going to bring the arms back onto the back, uncurling ourselves up. Make the hands into fists and lifting up the chest, stretching and opening. And if you want to, the head can drop back here, releasing through the throat. Keep lifting the chest. And then pushing up, clasping the hands again, squeeze and coming forward. Same again, hunching onto the head. And maybe the arms can come a little further up the back now. Maybe you want a little wiggle a little in the hips or the shoulders. And then coming up. Place your fists behind you, lifting the chest. Before you take your head back, if you want to take this a bit further, and push the hips forward and then lengthen head and neck back. We're really stretching and opening the vagus nerve network in the front of the body. And by doing this, we're activating that rest and digest part of our nervous system, helping us to stay relaxed. And sitting back to the heels, gently bring the head back up. Catch your breath, just dropping one ear to one shoulder, relaxing both shoulders down. And the other side. Neck a little roll any way you want to. Then move over to the side. Bring the legs out in front. So when we had a forward bend before, we're going to extend that a little bit more, specifically working on our reproductive glands, keeping our hormones in balance. Now there's two options here. You can either bring the leg just inside the inner thigh, or if you have a little more flexibility, you might want to bring it up into the crook of the hip. Raise the arms up, lift up out of the waist, and then forward bend over the straight leg, just holding somewhere on the leg. Chin up to start, squeeze the belly down, relax the shoulders. And after a couple of breaths, you might start to relax a little bit and let the body lower down. Forward bends are very calming, lowering the blood pressure. And then looking up, extend the arms forward as you lift up. And exhale. Let's do the other side. Leg in or leg up. Lift the arms up and forward fold. And just notice if there's any other muscles here that you can relax a little more, that you can let go of, any tension, any holding. And then raising up the head, extend the arms forward. And just take the hands behind the body. And you may feel a little bit of warmth or a bit of tingling in the low belly where the fresh blood comes in to flush through those glands. In our Gita yoga, everything we do is for a reason. usually squeezing and releasing one of our endocrine glands, which produces the right amount of hormones which make us what we are. Now to work on our thyroid gland in the throat. Lying back, and bring your hands behind your head, cradling your head in your hands, and bring your right foot in between your left big toe and the next toe. So wiggle the heel in there between the toes. You'll feel a little bit of pressure. Then from here, you're going to raise your head. So just keep the elbows back. Lift your head far enough up so you can feel a lock in your throat. Keep grounding the back body down into the floor. Just keep breathing through that tight space in the throat. This one's all about metabolic balance. Our speed, our pace, which we metabolize oxygen. And coming down. Have a rest for a moment. Bring both feet to the ground. This one's good for balancing our weight. So it's not going to make you lose weight or put on weight. It just helps you to be where you should be for you. Let's change sides. Bring the right heel between the left big toe and the next toe. And then raising up the head, looking out past the toes. Ground through the legs and breathe into that space in the throat. You may even make a bit of a constricted sound here. And relax down. Relax your legs. Give your toes a little wiggle, your ankles a little rotation. Let's bend the knees now, bringing the feet flat. Circle the arms around. Lift up the buttocks and place your hands underneath, hooking your thumbs. And then wriggle your shoulder blades right in close together. Arms are straight. Lower the buttocks down, lengthen the legs long. Our next pose works on our parathyroid glands in the throat. Strong bones and steady nerves, some of the benefits here. So to do this pose, we put weight on the elbows, we lift up our chest, let our legs creep forward, and the head and neck just stays dangling back behind us. Opening through the throat. Try and relax through the shoulders a little bit, knowing that your forearms and your hands have you grounded. And there may be some sensations in the sides of the throat. Just surrendering the head back. Then we're going to lie back down by straightening the arms, sliding the head back, releasing the hands from under the body, turn the palms up to the ceiling, and it's time to relax. Anytime you do a little sequence of postures, it's important to take a few moments for your body to assimilate the benefits. Just come back to the breath now, making sure you're breathing in and out through your nose. And when you breathe in, that the breath comes all the way down into the belly. Belly breathing once again activates that rest and digest part of our nervous system. And you notice how relaxed your body is now. From the top of the head to the tip of the toes. Just making sure that all your muscles are relaxed and letting go. And then take a deeper breath. Stretch the arms behind the head, stretching long. Lengthen out the right side of the body, fingertips to toes. And lengthen out the left side. And bring the knees on the chest. Hug the knees in. And rock a little from side to side. Massage the back. And then bring your arms out, level with your shoulders, palms up. Take the knees up and over towards the right elbow now. Just let them fall. And turn your head the opposite way. Keep your shoulder blades on the floor. And just opening up here. Any twisting postures, we're detoxing the body. Then come back to center. And bring the knees up and over to the left side. And come back to center. Hug your knees in. And then bring your hands under your knees and swing your legs. Bring yourself up gently. Raise your arms up. Come back to the heart. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste.